We are ready for the next run. Coming up now, we have Grapple Dogs, Cosmic Canines, any percent, butt petting the dogs, being run by Shovelclaws. Welcome to the stream, Shovelclaws.
Hi everyone, my name is shovelclaws, and this is Grapple Dogs Cosmic Canines. This game's a really fantastic and really technical 2D platformer. It has a lot of really great movement and some really fantastic level design. I'm so excited to show it off for you today. Thank you all so much as well for meeting our incentive. I'm really excited to pet some dogs. Feel free to join along. We're going to be petting them at the good boy and girl, because there are two dogs, as you can see on the title screen, Lo and Luna, and we'll be playing as both. And quick little story recap before we get into the run, because there's a lot going on in the start. This is a sequel to the 2022 release Grapple Dog. In that game, Pablo, our main character, defeats a murderous robot named Noel. In the post-game of that story, he gets called to the Cosmic Gateway by a mysterious force that is known as the Beyonders, and, well, we'll see where that takes him as we start the run. So, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So, Cosmic Gateway is a little bit ominous. It's going to take us to a different dimension. This is known as the Beyond, and this is our first stage, Into the Swing. We're gonna meet Pablo here, this dumb little golden retriever. He has a heart of gold, and I love him so much. His movement is pretty straightforward. You see his, he can punch forward. I missed the jump, what the hell. He can punch forward, and that sends him forward a little bit. And he can also ground pound. That ground pound can be used a way to break boxes, bounce on the ground, or you can cancel it to just slam down further, or faster rather. Additionally, this game is called Grapple Dogs. You should have expected the grapple hook here. Grapple is pretty simple. These little blue candy-looking blocks are the only things you can grapple onto, but as you can tell, that allows some really sick movement. It's really fun, and is a staple of this game. And we'll talk more about grapple mechanics in a little bit, because that's a weird guy in the background there. I'm scared. We'll also talk about him in a little bit, because we'll see him again. As we collect our first gem. Gems are what make the run a little bit more dynamic to route. Whew, fast. Alright. Gems are, as the guy that we're about to see here puts it, they are cosmical tokens of quantum space-time. With their power, we can counteract dark energy. What that means is that we need to collect them to unlock stages. Pretty straightforward. So we'll be collecting them all throughout the run, and that's what makes the routing really dynamic. Additionally, we need to collect them. As a second part of our incentive, we also need to collect chests. Fun fact, you can only pet the dogs if you actually do a good job and collect all the collectibles in a stage. So we need to full clear all the collectibles in a stage. Our incentive basically turns this into an any collectibles run. As you can see up in the top left there, we have 3 gems and a chest. And this is the first one. Say it with me, chat. Good boy. Alright,
Good boy.
Getting pet. It's so cute. He's so cute. I love him.
Just real quick, I am happy to announce that we have reached $14,000 total raised.
Let's go. Nice. Thank you all so much for your very generous donations to a fantastic cause. Much appreciated. I'm sure we'll get plenty more. But we're meeting our second dog now, here with Luna. Luna's defining characteristic is that she gets a gun. Additionally, she can air dash, and that air dash is a really fast way to move through the air and on the ground. Essentially, it's Pablo's punch, except she can use it in midair. If you hold E for longer, you also dash for longer, so you'll see us, using some of that micro-spacing as a tool to help us get through these stages. Big swing up here, as, of course, we gotta pet both of these dogs. Luna's a little less excited about getting pet, but we can pet her nonetheless. We'll grab our first gem and move on to the second section here. And finally, we can talk about the big guy in the background that's kind of scary. That is Veer. He is our main antagonist and will be the main force that we fight against in this run. He serves as a evil demonic overlord. Big jump up here to get our chest that's up here. And we have to defeat him. Right now, he is in the process of stealing the All Crystal. The All Crystal is it maintains the balance between good and evil and he's going to shatter it into 4 different pieces, and we have to get it, use our grapple dogs to get it back. Oh, I totally forgot a gem. That's gonna happen a few times, and I can't get back to it? What the hell? Okay, I owe you 2 pets in the next stage, that's okay. I have notes on the side of my screen that I have to read to actually make sure I get the gems that are required for the stage, so we're missing 1 gem, that's okay. I'll donate $10 for every missed gem, because that's not fair to you. You donated for pets, you're gonna get pets.
Oh, I believe we may be having some technical difficulties. One moment. Yes, just a few technical difficulties. That's okay. We will be back up and running in not too terribly long. In the meantime, thank you very much for your generous $10 donation. Sinar Coyote, no comment, but thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you are enjoying. Also, for those of you who may just be joining us, you are watching Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2024 in support of Trans Lifeline. The mission of Trans Lifeline is to connect trans people to the community support and resources that they need to survive and thrive. They envision a world where trans people have the connection, economic security, and care that everyone needs and deserves, free of police, emergency responders, and prisons that disproportionately inflict violence and mistreatment on trans individuals. Since 2014, Trans Lifeline operators have answered over 100,000 calls from their peers, and we fully support the mission of Trans Lifeline to help and empower trans people through the power of community and shared lived experience. To learn more, please visit translifeline.org. And yes, can we get a shout out in chat for our tech team? They have done great work this marathon, and we could not put this together for you without them. So let's get some GGs in chat for our tech team. Thank you. Oh, also, with that $10 donation, I do owe you 2 more clams. So here are your clams for your donations. Yes, pet the tech crew. They deserve the pets. Duct tape would help, I think. Hello, shovelclaws. We will be back up and running shortly, I'm sure. Team Fastest Furs wants you to know that all revenue from Twitch subscriptions and cheered bits received during this weekend's event will support our events now and into the future, including our upcoming Fastest Furs Live at FWA 2025 event, which we will be returning to Furry Weekend Atlanta next year. Please consider subscribing now to get our Fastest Furs emotes featuring the always adorable PB the Cheetah, and don't forget to check and see if you have your free Twitch Prime gaming sub available as well. Internet explosion. The internet is sometimes fickle. The internet is indeed sometimes fickle. The rural United States, occasionally the internet just decides not to do its thing. Also, speaking of PB, we are thrilled to once again partner with Timberwolf Trading to bring our Fall Fest 2024 marathon shirts to you. Use the command !merch in chat to browse our new Fall Fest 2024 designs from Sky Blue Arts, Flux, Rotom, Fizzy J, and Autumn Wyvern. $5 from each shirt purchased will be donated directly to Trans Lifeline. They will only be available until the end of the event, so don't miss out on your chance to pick up one today. You can also check out the entire Timberwolf Trading store online at timberwolftrading.ca, where you can order your own custom stickers, shirts, laser engravings, and more from this furry-owned business. I do believe that we are ready to return to Grapple Dogs. Are we ready, shovelclaws?
On the road, we can resume time in 3, 2, 1, go. You know, I don't blame my internet at dying at this big guy. This is Gulam. This is our first boss, and this guy's kind of scary looking, but he's pretty easy to defeat. We just gotta shoot out his eyeballs. It turns into a Nintendo game for a little bit. That's okay. But the story of Veer invading the Beyond and getting the All Crystal shattered will send us on a quest across 4 different worlds that we'll be traveling through as we continue the run. So it'll be fun. There are a lot of pets inbound as well, because we're going to go through plenty of stages. So just because I missed one gym, that's okay. And now I owe you $10, so that's okay. I'm going $10 mode, that's crazy. And after defeating Gulam, we see Veer and his 4 commanders run off with the All Crystal's 4 fragments. So we're on a mission to put it back together. This is the first world, the generator, and our first mission is actually something called a challenge stage. These stages we unlock by paying a little bit of money, just a tad, in order to unlock them. And to kind of a time trial, this really is the melee of speedruns. We get thrown into these little time attack looking things. These stages actually give us a gem, and those gems will be used to replace having to play an entire other stage. So this is where the gem routing gets really interesting, is what stages do you play versus what you don't, and what gems do you replace with challenge stages versus not. It's a really fun challenge. And now we're into Monkey Business. Monkey Business is our first main stage here in Monkeytropolis. This is one of our many dimensions that will travel throughout the run. These dimensions are where the game takes place. We have to crawl across space and time in order to get to Veer and his commanders, so we'll be doing that. But this introduces some cool movement tech. I need to get this gem. Accidentally canceled my speed, but that's okay. Hop up here, very nice, don't have to run around. And then up here is our chest. Let me grapple again. Or you can not get the balloon. There we go. Good work, Pablo, proud of you. And from there, we're gonna get a little Stepmania arrow, I guess. The chests actually give us grapple hook designs, so after each stage, you know, feel free to donate to change to those grapple hook designs. I will get them permanently throughout the run, and they are completely free for me to use. So if you see something, grapple hook design that you like, go $10 mode with me and donate and request me to change to it. We have a burger right now, a trumpet, and a Beat Mania arrow that you can choose from, but there are plenty across the run. Additionally, we have the our new gem. Pablo gets these little collectible power-ups that will help him throughout the run. This one turns him into a lightning ball. I can't imagine that's particularly enjoyable, but you know what? He seems like he's having fun zooming around at the speed of light. That's fine. We can use this power-up in order to get these cannons powered up that you saw, and additionally, we can use them to travel across these little... Ooh, stuck on the car there. These little solar panel looking things. And yes, people in chat are pointing out it's my birthday, so you do owe me to go $10 mode along with me on my birthday. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry.
It's written in the laws somewhere, I'm sure. We'll check the bylaws. It's in there somewhere though.
If you read the runner guide, you see that if it's the runner's birthday, everyone is required to donate. I don't make the rules. You know, they do. Not my fault. But as we end the stage here, you're going to see a idea called super grappling. We can use that to fly across stages, and it's a really fun way to build up speed and, you know, finish up that last stage, Monkey Business. And good boy. Good work, Pablo. I didn't forget a gem this time. But on to our next stage. This is another one of our challenge stages on target. It actually turns into a time attack, a melee like target practice. It's really fun. But the reason we route in these challenge stages and the reason gems are so important is, again, because they unlock stages, and we need a certain amount of gems in order to unlock a gate. Our first gate right before this stage, and we'll be using that to progress to the future stages. But yeah, this one is really fun. These time attacks are what initially got me so addicted to this game. It really is so fun to just grind these down. I am an ILR. 22 is a really good time. Good girl. Alright. Luna's not as enthusiastic about the pets, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm in a menu while I'm skipping that cutscene, that's fine. Also, I do play this game on mouse and keyboard and also controller because Luna is better on mouse and keyboard. You can imagine, a kind of a nightmare to swap between the two, but that's okay. We're gonna go into Savage Sands, Luna's first stage. Luna is this kind of lone wolf character that doesn't like working with others, so it's fitting that her first dimension she travels to is this post-apocalyptic world. Big jump up here in order to get this gem, and then we're going to jump up here as well. I'm going to try to build up speed there again. Up here is our chest. I don't know what you're doing in a dimension that looks like this, respectfully, but that's okay. I'm sure I just robbed someone's like time capsule or something. It's fine. But yeah, the other thing with grappling that is really useful is outside of super grapples, we also have jumps. So if you grapple while you're at the very top of a grapple, I'm going to do one here. You can see that I get a little bit of extra height. I wasn't quite fast enough to get a full one there, but that's okay. Nope. And additionally, one thing you'll see with Luna here is something that we like to call jetpacking. So this gun is a little bit more useful than just killing enemies. What you can actually do with this weapon is aim it down, and that will slow Luna's descent. So her fall speed will decrease, and that will allow you to do a lot, actually. It's a really fun mechanic that kind of opens up a lot of the movement in this game to be pretty free-flowing. Because you can just react, aim your gun straight down, and continue on with the stage like nothing happened. It's a really great recovery tool, and it's really fun to be able to just float down by shooting down. I'm sure that works in real life, but I won't try it. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get our two pets out of the way. Good girl. Good girl. Alright. We do have a pizza now. If you want to travel to a pizza, feel free to. Open up this quick gate on to our next stage. Desolate Dunes. Desolate Dunes is Pablo's explore this post-apocalyptic ruin of Scarlax. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's a alien language. But we're gonna see some cool movement tech in the end of this stage, where we're gonna use super grapples in order to get across the last stretch of land really easily. And quick little detour for this gem up here. I always forget that one. It's kind of a nightmare, but that's okay. As for this stage's movement, very nice super grapple there. We have this little puzzle that is right above us right now, so big high jump up there, and then bounce pad on up. And this will take us to a puzzle with the solar panel, little electric pulse gem. I'm, again, not sure what they're doing here. I'm sure there's some environmental storytelling you could take away from this. I'm not a storyteller, though. So that's okay. And then out of this teleport, we're gonna hop on this little balloon here in order to make our way to the second section. Alright. Very nice. This stage is a lot of fun to get really good at, especially with some of these grapples at the end here. Hi, Luna. Bye, Luna. We don't have time to talk to her, unfortunately. This is a speedrun after all. I'm gonna try to hit this super again, because this saves a lot of time if I hit it. I had to hit a reverse super, because that's a thing you can do in this game. We're really making this a Celeste run right now, but that's okay. No! Oh my god, I jumped because I thought I was on the crate still, and I missed the wall climb there. Ah, that's so unlucky. That's okay though. This game looks cool even when you miss the tech, so that's fine. Frankly. Okay, I don't know how I live that. I should not be living some of these things, frankly. I feel like I'm in an Animal Planet documentary right now. Alright. This is what I was trying to do. Get up here, get this balloon, and then we can just hold right, and we'll fall right into this grapple point. Nice movement cycle, so we can fall right to the chest. I'm gonna try a stylish little reverse here. Nice, let's go. Big jump to the end there. Outside of Pablo dying, that was pretty good, so, you know, he still deserves a pet. Good boy. And frankly,
Good
the death was my
boy.
fault. Alright. And next, I'm gonna let this next stage speak for itself. This is the stage that got me absolutely hooked to this game. This is Dash Race, a fantastic looking, a fantastic challenge stage. Hopefully, I can do it justice.
Little Bumbo Boo wants to know whether we should make green, peach, mint, or raspberry tea. Do you have suggestions?
I'm kind of a peach tea enjoyer.
I am inclined
on,
to
let me-
agree. I think peach is the strongest option.
Let's go. That is like, that might be a IO world record. Good girl. That is really close to my IO world. Hold on, I'm checking. Hold on, let me look. Let me cook. That is an IO world record. That's crazy. Okay.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
I don't know. I do that. Sure. Anyways, off the back of that first boss of this world, it's okay. I'm going into that stage. Sure. Well, anyways. So as you can see, that's why Dash Race is cool. You get to go really fast with some of those supers. It's really fun and really exciting, especially when you get a good run like that. Damn! But unfortunately, we have to cut ourselves off because of this guy, Hora. Hora turns into a Terraria boss here and chases us down. This boss is really just a platforming level, and not much more to say about that. There's some cool platforming that we do in the center of this stage with some of our super grapples, but other than that, this is a great time. If Otter, you have any messages or any people maybe wanting to change our grapple, I don't know. We have a few more choices now. I can go through our wardrobe if we need.
We do have a couple of donations. We have a $5 donation from Anonymous towards the music bid war. No comment, but thank you very much for your donation. Also, we have a $3 donation from JB Henry towards the music bid war, saying, Dr. Mario Couch Comms here. Gotta support the correct music choice. Chill. You can donate towards your choice of music in this bid war yourself. ! Donate will bring up the donation link, and you can put it towards that incentive if you like.
I'm just gonna take the death there. This fight can be kind of scary because if you die, you do have to restart. Personally, on the topic of the Dr. Mario bid war, I'm kind of a chiller. I like chill.
The other option is Fever. It is still anybody's game at this point. It could go either way. So if you would rather hear Fever, you can certainly donate towards that.
I don't know why you would.
Team Chill, Team Fever.
Yeah. I'm on 2 health. I'm gonna take this stage, the ending of this, a little bit safer. Okay, I say as I almost die in a wall jump saves me. That's chill. But there's something about 90s puzzle games and their soundtracks that go hard. Speaking of soundtracks, this game soundtrack is phenomenal. So if you need another, group of bangers to put in your stream playlist or something, go play it. Go listen to this game soundtrack. Really good. It's fantastic, and there are a lot of good songs that you won't hear in this run. But, I mean, you're gonna some of the best music in the game, if you do ask me. That is Hora defeated. Gotta just hit him with these big cannons, and I guess he doesn't like lightning. But that's our first all crystal part restored to its rightful place. And we're on to the garden. The garden introduces some of my favorite power-ups in the entire game. And it starts off with a banger of a stage, Strange World. Real fast before you go into the next stage, I have a few grapple hooks you can choose from. Donate $10 if you want to change them. Anyways, that's my little... We'll get one more in this stage that I like as well. So, but Strange World introduces us to a power-up called the Earthblade, and we'll get it very shortly into this stage. The Earthblade kind of turns him to Spider-Man. It's pretty useful. You'll see the power of it at the end of this stage especially, but we can use this power-up to just bounce up walls. Very nice and simple. And there's quite a lot of movement tech with this. Hold up. Nice, thank you. I do need to get over this edge so I can swing back and get run off with our gem. But if you grapple into a wall and hold up, you will grapple a little bit further, and if you jump out of that, you can re-hook over and over again, and that allows you to do quite a lot of cool movement. Bad movement cycle here, you can grapple onto this guy to save a little bit of time, but I suppose I was a little bit slow on that gem because I missed with the grapple. That's kind of the cool thing about this run, is if you... I don't know how I didn't take damage from those spikes. That's kind of the cool thing about this run, though, is if you do one action in earlier part of the stage, that can impact how you play the stage. So outside of global cycles, moving platforms, hated, frankly. We also, when we hit a super chain, which is just a chain of super grapples, it's really hard to react to how you hit that super chain. So you have to play kind of by ear, and that can lead to a lot of mistakes, but it can also make you feel amazing whenever you hit them correctly. Here at the end of this stage, we're in the first of a few collection sections. Unfortunately, none of them are quite like this one, because after getting that gem, we're gonna just... And that's the collection section done. There's a little hidden shortcut. I have to be really careful of ending the stage early, because they did a mean thing and put the chest right above the ending. And that's it. So, gotta be a little bit safe there. But we got through it. Good boy.
Good boy.
Alright. Next up, we have Luna Terra Nova. This stage introduces another really good power-up. And we'll see once we get a little bit further in. But big red cannons will shoot us into the stage, and we'll just start dashing from there. Unfortunately, can't hit a super chain off of that grapple, because it just leads into this little labyrinth-type beat that we have to get up to. I don't know how you're supposed to get this gem without jetpacking. I'm sure you can do it, but I have no idea. So if you struggled to get that gem, now you know, I guess. Then I'm gonna try to death warp back up to the top here, so I can... Oh, I'm all the way back here. I didn't touch the ground. Lucky. I want to use this grapple hook for a little bit of extra speed. I got sniped by that dude. Unlucky. My dash was barely on cooldown. When Luna does that little white flicker that you might see sometimes, that's when Luna can dash again, and it has a small cooldown, and the longer you use it mid-air, the longer of a cooldown it'll be. You can use it multiple times mid-air, and jetpacking lets you stall for height in order to get it back, but it can be quite a challenge to dodge the things that you need to with the dash on a timer like that. I'm gonna grab this checkpoint for some safety, because there are some enemies here that if you're not safe, you can die to. And here we have the Chloroblaster. The Chloroblaster is going to revive this plant life that has died. I don't know how it died, frankly. If I was a plant on this alien world, I would be loving life. But nonetheless, they revive these little platforms and ladders, and you can climb up them or platform on with them. Additionally, one thing you'll be seeing me do is instead of jetpack, we get a double jump? I guess an infinite jump if you think about it, because we can shoot infinitely below us as long as we reload fast enough. I tried to shoot first, but my shot missed, so took a little bit of a fall there. That's okay. But yeah, the Lord Blaster is really fun because of that double jump. And this is our second of the Shards Moons. These are little platforming challenges that take you around a little section. We're gonna get the last one and then move on with our gym. Nice. You need those gems, so again, really important that we grab them all. At the end here, we'll get our chest as we climb up. Most of the platforming in the last bit of this is pretty simple, so Otter, if you have any more messages for us, we have some time. I'm just going to be doing some platforming.
I do indeed. We have another $2 donation from Scorch SR saying, Grapple Dogs mod here. GL shovels on grappling your dogs. Trans rights.
Thank you.
:3.
I will
also, good luck on hitting Pancake. I'm sure you know what that's in reference to.
Oh yeah, I know. All right. Let's see. Death, but not the worst death in all honesty, because, well, here I'll let this one just play out, frankly. So again, having a double jump is pretty good. If I could hit the double jump, there we go. Because combine that with a wall jump, and you get a funny strat. And that's the end of the stage with everything collected. Yippee! I'm seeing the golden 3s in chat. I like it. Good girl.
:3 chain.
A cactus. So if you want me to use a cactus as a grappling hook, again, I'm sure this will work in real life. You know, feel free to donate.
I want to see the cactus grappling hook.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Small thing here, before this next stage, we're gonna buy some HP for our next stage, Laser Danger. As you can imagine, this stage is a bit dangerous, because there are a lot of enemies, and you only have 4 HP by default. We will be taking more than 4 hits in this stage, I guarantee it, because, of course, we don't really want to stop and kill, because realistically, her gun doesn't deal that much damage there. But also, it is much faster to just go through the stage. I'm gonna get this health just in case. So, we're gonna do the fast thing and just run through the stage without killing anyone, and unfortunately, that is hard when you get a lot of enemies. This dimension is being overrun by a like little frog who's like a weird fascist. Unfortunately, not a boss fight that we can take care of, but because it's not our place, apparently, according to the people that we are working for, according to the Beyonders. I disagree with that, but that's okay. We'll just move on. I'm sure we'll take care of him later. But this level is mostly safe after we get past the flag, so that's nice. These little balloons refresh Luna's dash, so we'll be using those to get our dash back and fly through the stage. Big reverse, and we're going to carry the speed here. Nice. This stage can be really confusing because of... Wait, I have a grapple hook on the next part here that I could use for speed. This level can be really confusing because... Balloon, thank you. Because of some of the landscape here being just identical. So you have to remember, based on the balloons and lasers, where that gym is. It's really easy to miss. I have had multiple runs die to it. But we're going to take care of the goal here. Good girl. Got a magnet that works as a grapple hook too, I'm sure. And into our challenge stage for this world, and our last stage in this world, Doggy Dash. This one's a vertical-based challenge stage that is a lot of fun to optimize as well, because it's all about how quickly you can ground pound and grapple our targets as a bit, well, not just a touch, not enough height there, but can take the hidden path upwards. Big jump. I didn't even get a high jump off that. What the hell? Scammed, unfortunately. But of course I get all 3 high jumps there, when it doesn't really matter, because you just get a bunch of grapple points anyways. Unlucky. SMH. You know what? Despite me complaining at you, you did good. Good boy. Good work,
Good
Pablo.
boy.
Alright. Next into the boss fight for this stage. This boss is pretty straightforward for the most part. But can challenge casual players quite a lot. If you are going for the no health upgrades achievement, because that exists in this game and is really mean. Because he can really catch you off guard if you try to go for the optimal damage output. So he will chill at these walls here and then do that view of him charging up. So we want to just sit on the wall behind him and dash out of the way after he does that audio cue. It's gonna dash here across the stage. I got like no hits in there. But should be able to take him out before he does his attack here. 3 HP is fine. His second phase, ironically enough, is way less scary because he gains a new attack. And that attack makes him vulnerable without ever damaging us. It's really funny. So as long as we're careful here, we can go right here. He will summon the sun and miss every shot because I guess it can't hit close range. Fair enough. But we'll be able to take him out real fast. Right here. 1 HP now.
Irony of ironies, it's actually safer close to the sun than further away.
Yeah, it's a bit ironic, huh? I never thought about it like that. But that is Deshin taken out and the garden gotten through. That is our second world off, and we're off to the freezer. After that, I believe at this point, Luna reveals that Veer has destroyed her dimension, and that's how she became a grapple dog. The grapple dogs are a like mystical task force that the Beyonders set on a big cross-dimensional mission to get the all crystals back. But you know, after the first game, Pablo gets I guess inducted into them, and Luna is not excited at this prospect. So this whole time they've been having a bit of a like rivalry going on, despite Pablo being just like happy to be there. He's such a sweetheart. But Luna reveals that Veer destroyed her entire dimension and basically killed everyone she knows. And you know what? I kind of get why she's not so enthusiastic about the pets. You still deserve them. Good girl. It'll be okay. We'll take our revenge in about 30 minutes, give or take. That was High Winds, a pretty challenge stage. Not too much notable there, but this is Sky Switches, and this is one of my least favorite stages in the entire game, if I'm being honest with you. This world has 2 not very fun stages and 1 fantastic stage. But we'll see the fantastic stage in just a little bit as we get through this one. Here I will try to hit a thing called a hyper dash. Hyper dashes are super dashes off of moving platforms. This movement cycle is weird. So we can carry the speed of the moving platform all the way over to our first gem there, and then just dash across in order to maintain enough height to get to our next checkpoint. I want to grab you for safety just in case. Okay, thank you, Alien, for saving me. I believe this is the only time this dimension shows up is in this stage, which is pretty funny. I'm not sure why it only gets used once. I kind of like it, but that's okay. This is one of the only gems in any percent, this Shards gem that I'm collecting, that we do not usually get. I'm only getting this for the incentive so we can actually pet Luna at the end of the stage. So get to see some exclusive content that isn't just a chest. We usually replace this one with the challenge we did before this stage, because it is on average apparently 30 seconds faster, according to Scorch, who donated earlier. Kind of slow to take it. That's okay though. All right, I'm gonna try for another hyper grapple off of this, so we can carry our speed all the way under this big tractor beam. These tractor beams are why I don't like the stage, so being able to skip one of them makes me happy. And we'll turn around immediately after for our rocket ship. Again, I'm sure all of these things work as a grapple hook. I'm pretty confident. Need to dive down for this gem, and then we can carry on our way with everything behind us. Otter, we have time. But we have just the end of the stage here. Yippee. Alright, good girl. You did great on that stage, even though I didn't like it that much. And next, we're to the big swing. The big swing is our LA Noir dimension, where we're gonna be put into this 2 big collection sections, where we just gotta get enough keys to unlock a gate. And it's just hard, frankly, and that's the only reason I don't like it. It has pretty interesting routing for the most part, especially with the gems. We're gonna hit that hidden little switch there, and then off to the very right here. But this stage has banger music, which is the only thing that saves it, in my opinion. This track is so good. Otherwise, these collection sections, as you can imagine, are quite a challenge to route out. Thankfully, I didn't do any of it. Shout out to all of the other grapple doggers who have done all the routing for me. Thank you so much. I much appreciate it. Get these 3 keys, and we'll be able to grapple to our second gem off in the distance here. And end the collection section by grabbing these 2 keys here. We'll try to carry this the speed from this this grapple that's right beside us all the way through. It's a bit too high. Oh, look, that's okay though. We have the little like middle section here where we don't have to collect any keys. We're just gonna hop on through. The second section is where the stage really is pretty challenging. This part has a few jumps in specific that just kill me every single run. It has been a problem. Big nice grapple to the right there. But dive underwater for these keys. This underwater section has us damage boost a lot through these saw blades. Half of this is on purpose, because at the end of this stage, we'll be coming back here, and I'll be trying to have enough health so I can do a trick, but we'll see if it works out. Grapple up here for the rest of our keys here.
Do we have time for one quick donation?
Yeah, as I finish this up, we can fit one in.
We have a $25 donation towards the Wear the Realm costume from Anonymous. No comment, but thank you very much for your donation.
Yes. Alright. At the top of the stage here, we have these 2 switches, and these 2 switches unlock our chest for this stage. I need to get back up there. Thank you, Balloon. So we're going to fall down here. I'm on 1 HP, which is a bit scary, but should be okay. Those 2 switches unlock a... let me actually make sure I don't die here. Okay. It is really easy to get accidentally hit by these spikes here, so I have to take a bit slow. Especially on 1 HP. Kind of scary, especially if we don't get to the chest with our HP, so I'm going to play this really safe. But the chest is after unlocking those 2 switches. If we swim down here again into the water, I'm gonna let this guy shoot before I move. Let this guy shoot as well. If we go up here, we can collect our chest, and since I'm on 1 HP, get over here, Subblade. You're getting sacrificed. What we'll hear is, after we die, all our progress will get saved. Did I get the soft lock? Please don't tell me I got the soft lock. Okay. I was told there was a soft lock in this stage. I'm not sure what that looks like, but I was scared. But we have all of our keys, more than all of our keys. Interesting, I've never seen that before. And all our collectibles, so good boy. Good work, Pablo.
Good boy.
I'm sorry I had to sacrifice you for that trick, but it saves time, so I'm sorry. But you don't do that in any percent either. It's only when you get the chest that you do that, so it's pretty cool. All right, into the stage that's actually good in this level, or in this world. The Tower of Leaves. This stage is a vertical-based level where they give you Earthblade. Frankly, I don't know why we haven't done this earlier. I need to fall down. No. Wait, it's later in the stage. You see an extra little secret, I guess. There's a secret compartment that I have to look out for because I will forget it. It is a little bit later in the stage, but I saw a secret compartment and was like, I was not, but that's okay. Stage uses the Earthblade later, and frankly, the Earthblade in a vertical base level, we do have to do a little bit of climbing before we get there, though. Nice little, smooth little grapple to that part. I'm gonna get that checkpoint just in case I am a little bit low on health. And then we will hit these two switches and backtrack all the way back down for one of the hidden gems here off in the side. Then we unfortunately have to climb back up. In theory, you could restart from checkpoint. However, one thing that does not save all your progress is the switches that we hit. And so it makes it a little bit slower to restart from checkpoint and hit the switches again, rather than just climbing back up. So we end up just climbing back up. Alright. Looking at my notes real fast so I know when I need to get the chest here. As you can imagine, the gems are a little bit easier to remember than the chest, because the chest is way better hidden than any of the gems are. It's kind of messed up that this incentive makes you get a good cause petting dogs. So I'm okay. Need to Earthblade over to this side and then hop on up. And this is our little hidden compartment that I've been looking out for. We get a bee, the known mortal enemy of dogs. So I feel like it's fair to use them as a grappling hook.
Spicy flies.
Spicy flies.
Gotta watch out for the spicy flies.
So true. Thankfully, they're not a danger to us. In fact, using them as a grapple hook, we can truce for this one time. But gonna grab this shards gem here. Can get pretty weird with some of these moving cycles, but thankfully we did it pretty well. And now we're just gonna climb to the top here with the Earthblade. Off through the end. Yippee! Nice. I love that stage. It is so fun to do correctly. And Pablo, you did it great. Good boy.
Good boy.
Alright. This is
Apparently it's time
part...
for bees in chat.
I wish it was time for bees. It'd be a little bit nicer than this upcoming trick. We got a little bit of a taste of it earlier when Scorch donated. This is the pancake. And I'm going to focus for this, because this trick is ridiculously hard. And also saves 2 minutes. So, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully. Just need to fire these big laser guns at him, and then that'll and the trick is when he's vulnerable. You'll see. Gonna need some quiet for this one, it's kinda scary. No! I was a little bit too slow on my ground pound there. I'll give it one more try. Yeah, it is ridiculously precise. We have a setup, but it's only it's consistent if you do the inputs correctly, but it is really easy to mess the inputs up, especially with the grapple that we do in order to set it up. Pan is trolling me. I went to the left and then he went to the right and then moved to the left. Messed up. You wanna? Thank you. All right. Let's see if I can hit it here. I was just a bit too slow, or a bit too fast on that one too. Okay, one more time, and then I'll just do the fight normally. What I'm trying to do is after Pan goes vulnerable, you're usually only allowed to hit him once. However, once you hit him after a certain amount of time, it's like 3 seconds. He will freeze the stage and freeze you along with him. And so that lets Pablo get stuck in his hitbox and hurt him over and over again. Nice, I got it. Let's go. So Pablo's just gonna float there, and if we just constantly ground pound, Pablo gets stuck in the hitbox and deals damage over and over again. It is so precise because that hitbox is not the entirety of the ship there. It is just his tiny little dome, his stupid tiny little dome. It is so small. It is so annoying to get Pablo stuck there. And it is ridiculously easy to miss. I'm happy because it is super precise. Learning that trick is really hard. And with that, we're out of the freezer, out of the gauntlet. That is where runs go to die. They die a lot in that level, in that world. And we're into the best world in the game. This is the furnace. Our first stage here is fired up, back in this little garden dimension. This guy's cool, by the way. I love his character design. And in this level, we get the fire blast. Earlier, we turned Pablo into a lightning ball. I'm sure he's having a good time being burned alive. You know what? He seems like he's having fun moving around, so that's okay. This fireball allows him to go very fast, as you can see, and is a really interesting skill check because of the angles that you can actually use with the fireball. The fireball is not locked to 8 directional movement. I've only been using the D-pad for this run. This stage I actually swapped to the analog stick for the last half of the run, last half of the stage, because we're gonna have a collection section that we're gonna go after this first section here, where we collect our gems. That collection section is really tight and pretty challenging, especially if you hit all the angles correct. It makes for a really interesting showcase of the skill in this game, because you need a very wide skill set in this game, I think. And this is a great showcase of that. So this is where I'm going to swap to analog stick. We got to collect all of these keys, and you can see why some of these angles would be nice, because a very shallow left or right will be very useful in getting our gems, getting our keys. Thankfully, that's the only gem. A little bit too low for that key. Gonna grab these 2 in the bush, and then back up for these 2. Little secret compartment here. I don't know what the cycle is, but there's a moving platform down below me right now. Bad cycle, so I'm gonna use that time to get these for keys. Optimize it a little bit. Might be a bit slow to make it out. That's kind of the risk of going for those extra keys there, but it pays off if you can hit them. I missed a key! How did I miss a key? I don't know where I even missed it. I guess I missed... Oh, I missed this tiny little one on the ladder, or on the vines there. Unlucky. I literally got the fruit that was right below it too, so I was like, oh, surely I hit it. Oh well. But yeah, having to adapt to very slight angle changes makes that stage really fun. Pablo, you're a good boy. You did it well. Got a green leaf. I'm sure the leaf will be a great grapple hook. But into another banger stage here with Lantern Lane. Lantern Lane introduces these lanterns that act as timed platforms here in Monkeytropolis. The interesting thing about this stage is some of the super chains. Of course, being on these like timed platforms means that some of them are kind of timed right away. It can be really easy platforms disappear out from under you. Hitting that is really good while we're mid super chain there. And then big hyper off to the left. I didn't hit that lantern somehow. That's okay. First gem is off to the left here. We do still need to collect those gems. They don't actually carry through worlds, so it's a lot easier of a routing challenge when you only have to worry about routing for one specific world at a time. So it can be pretty easy to figure out a route that works for you if you can't do some of these stages all that well. You have a lot of choice, because we don't actually have to play all the stages. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. We only have to play enough to get the gems that we require to beat the boss. So once we beat the boss, or once we get enough gems to get access to the boss, we, you know, just kind of skip all the rest of the stages. You're not seeing a lot of the content in this game. So, you know, if you want to, you know, play this game on stream, I think it's a pretty fun time, especially if for your streamer. Like, this game's a real platformer. So you'll have a fun time with it, trust me. Right. Gotta take that chest pretty slowly. It is really easy to no-brain grapple hook onto the other punch here is kind of tricky because you have to time it to be a short punch out of that checkpoint. So it can be pretty easy to miss. But at the start of that section, of this last section, it is really easy to just mindlessly take the grapples, but with the incentive, it is really important not to, because if you move past a certain point, you literally cannot backtrack for the chest, and the chest is right above those grapples. I have it in my notes, big caps, important, don't take grapples, stupid. In case you are wondering what my notes look like for this run. But we have all of our stuff now. I did not take the grapples like an idiot. It's so back.
Listen, it's the name of the game is Grapple Dogs. Surely you can be forgiven for hitting the grapples every now and then.
It's such a mean trick. Good boy. Good work, Pablo. Not being dumb.
Good boy.
Alright. Next, we're into a Vine time. This stage is 3 firsts back to back to back. This stage is really fun with Luna because of these rotating grapple points that you're seeing outside of the stage. We're back in Mystica, this really pretty garden area. This is seriously my favorite dimension in the entire game. It is so cool. But these big rotating grapple points allow for some really fun platforming. I'm going to take a shortcut with the start of the stage. We kind of crash through some stone. We can use that as a shortcut to skip quite a lot of platforming that goes on underneath us. And then you're gonna see some really cool platforming here. I love this part, even though sometimes it doesn't treat me the best. Because of the moving cycles, you have to kind of react to where you are in them and in order to get this gem. And it's really fun. That actually went really well for you know, sometimes I've died to that gem collecting it. Yeah, that. Okay, this moving grapple is trolling me a little bit on a bad cycle, but here we get the Scatter Flame. This is the actual jetpack of the run. I know we've been, you know, abusing Luna's whole flying thing a little bit with some of the other guns, but this one is just actually a jetpack. Shoots flames underneath you. It is so sick, and can burn through some of the shrubbery in this dimension, so it allows us to make some cool shortcuts, a nice little super grapple off to the side there. You can hyper grapple off these moving checkpoint, or moving grapple points, but it is pretty difficult, especially because of how you have to react to the moving platforms, so I don't really go for them. I'm sure they would be slightly faster if you get both good movement cycles and also can hit them well, but personally a little bit risky for me. And I play this game risky because I like playing this game risky. It's really fun. We're gonna come back for that chest later. I was clearing up those vines, so in case I'm at 1 HP later, it is possible again to die in this area. I'll be. I'm sure I've said it plenty in this run already, It is super easy to just accidentally not have enough health, especially in a speedrun of this game. It is super easy to just kind of brainlessly tank damage when you don't have that much health to actually do that with. Gonna finish up this collection section, or I guess this target test here. And off to the right, there's our final switch that we need to hit. That switch is what unlocks the chest. Just gotta get through it. Oh, actually, Luna, you gotta hit it. Thank you. And we'll fall back down to our chest. I forget what grapple hook this is. Oh, it's an apple. That is an apple. That is a fruit. You can't... Okay, I don't know if you can use that as a grapple hook. But that's okay. Finish up the stage here. I love that stage. It's so fun. It's so fun on those rotating grapple hooks. It's really enjoyable. Good girl.
Good girl.
Alright. And into our final world. This is the 4th world, which means it's the final world, which means this is our last mini-boss, kind of. We do have one more foe after this to take on, of course, Veer himself, but we have Survey first. This boss is pretty simple. She has these energy pylons, those energy pylons that will surround her in a shield, and that will make her invulnerable to our attacks. So we gotta break the energy pylons in order to damage her. Float on down. I usually want her at the top of the stage there, so I can just stand above her and kind of rain bullets on her. But being at the bottom here is not too dangerous. I usually route around, having my route at the top. This is perfect RNG. These pylons are random, so you have to react to how they spawn in. But getting all 4 of them up, I've never seen that before, but it's very useful for how I play this boss. Gonna float on down, try to outrun these bullets. We have one more phase at this. Pretty low health bar. Again? What? It's 2 for 2? I'll take it. That's wild. Well, I went from having never seen it before to seeing it twice. Interesting.
Add 2 more to the this has never happened before counter.
Yeah, that's happened a few times in this run already, so I think we're at like 4. So... Granted, I don't have that many attempts in this game yet. It did release back in September, and my ass is in college. I have a lot going on, so I can't be putting attempts in all that often, but when I do, things like that don't usually happen. Alright, after defeating Survey, she gets killed by Veer on screen, kind of a nightmare, and it's revealed to us that the gem that we've been chasing after this whole time, the All Crystal, doesn't actually give us any power. It is simply the second side of a coin that cannot defeat Veer. So, what happens in the story is it is revealed that the Beyonders, the group we've been working for this whole time, are just kind of okay with letting Veer kill because it maintains balance. It's kind of weird, you know. First, it was not being able to take care of the fascist dictator in one of the dimensions, and then it's letting a guy just do Thanos things. Like, we're gonna take care of this ourselves. And so, we venture into the last dimension that we'll be seeing in this run, Heck. And, I don't know why it's called that. It's Heck with 2 Ks, by the way. It's not H-E-C-K, it is H-E-K-K. And this is Veer's home turf. We're taking the fight directly to him. And this world serves as a kind of final challenge. We're going to see all of the powers that we have seen during this run, and also one that we haven't, because we just skip it in the landing percent route. But, of course, we also have all of the gems that we need to collect, kill this guy, and then hop on up here for our second one. We already got our first one. Here, I'm going to do something called hook stalling. I haven't really had to use it too much, but as you can see, for both Pablo and Luna, when you throw the hook out, it actually lets you float mid-air, and that lets us skip a few things in the any percent route, but in this incentive route, That gym allows us to just kind of float on over to one of the moving grapples that takes us to this next section. Here we get to play again with the Zoomies, as I've heard it been called, the solar panel electro ball. And I mean, I said earlier that I'm sure Pablo isn't being hurt by the lightning ball. He is in hell now, so you know, maybe a little bit more important things going on. But can we please stop turning him into an electric ball after this? I feel like it's kind of mean. Ooh. Gonna do some wall jumps up here, especially when like half of this stage or half of this part of the stage is in water. That feels like a bad combination to, you know, throw Pablo into. He's really going through it in this run, huh? But thankfully we can stop doing that and turn into Spider-Man here with the Earth Blade once more. They made another vertical part of this stage, so I'm happy personally. We do have to get on the other side of the stage here. Gonna avoid that saw blade just in case, because I'm kind of low on health, for our second gem, and then hop on down. Our chest is a little bit later in the stage, thankfully, so we can chill for a little bit. But this, I think, might be our last chance for any messages from you, Otter, so if we have any people... you know, we haven't changed Grapple Hook yet. I would like to change Grapple Hook before the end of the run. If anyone has,
gotta change Grapple Hook.
That's a messed up Grapple Hook to like end on. I'm sure that guy's been going through it.
We do have a couple donations. We have a $10 donation from Walrus saying, "Let's go 15K, Transferees Unite." We are not that far off from 15K. We are less than $1,000 away now. We also have a $10 donation from SA77Y. Is that Satty or Sassy? Regardless, the comment is, "Go Ramsey."
Finish that stage. Good boy.
Good
At the end of that
boy.
stage, we can do a really funny thing with the fire. That's the only other time the fire will show away. It's kind of unfortunate because I like that power up a lot. But at the end there, we just hold up while hugging a wall, and it sends us through to the very top. It's really funny. Also worth noting, Heck is Dimension 2, which means the Beyond, which is, I guess, Heaven, question mark? Is Dimension, it came first, so, I don't know, something about a chicken and an egg, I'm sure it could be riddled here. We have our answer now, I guess. But this is Nightmare Armada. This is Aluna's version of the last stage. Going to get our first gem, our last shards gem of the run. After this stage, we'll be going into our final boss rush, and by rush, I mean it's 2 bosses. So, getting real close to the end of this run. You know, I've only missed 1 gem, so I only owe $10. Let's, I'll hopefully keep it that way. We'll see. But, into our second gem there, hidden off in the side. Big super jump into our next section. Our chest here is shortly after getting our power here, and oh, what's this? A new gun we haven't seen before. Yeah, this is the gun we end up skipping in the any percent route. This is the shock gun, and it is very similar to the Chloroblaster. It allows us to get these little bounces upwards, and serves kind of as a double jump whenever you jetpack with it. Big swing up. This gun doesn't get used in any percent because the level it appears in is just too slow, and I believe it only gets used once, so it ends up just never getting into the route. So we end up skipping it. Last gem of the run here in this little cubby after we get the Chloroblaster one more time. And that'll be it for our incentive routing outside of just finishing up this stage. We don't have any more gems to collect.
The dogs have been pet.
They'll be pet in about 30 seconds here, once and for all. And I want to, again, thank you so much for meeting that incentive. I routed this dumb idea out, and I was like, this is actually kind of fun, actually. So, you know, I do appreciate y'all letting me just do my dumb idea and have some fun with it. I'm sure everyone's happy that the dogs are getting pet, and I'm just happy that they can be pet at all, frankly. And that it actually changes something about the run. But we'll be getting our last area here. I realize now I'm on 1 HP, which is kind of scary. Please give me that HP. If the jetpack there actually saved me, I would have just fallen into that bullet. Okay, cool. As you can see, jetpacking a little bit more versatile than just skipping stages. But we're gonna take out the last goal with our Rattler and pet Luna one last time. This is the final pet of the run. Everyone say it with me. Good girl.
Good girl.
Alright. And the gates to Veer have opened with defeating both of those levels. Get them out of the way. And this is where the run will conclude. Taking them on. And Veer is not a good fight. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I'll just say it bluntly. Forgive me. He is really straightforward. You just collect these batteries, and it powers up this cannon, and you're in this tiny little arena, and you just shoot him. That's it. We're gonna do this 4 more times. Sorry. I wish this run ended on a little bit spicier of a note. There is a boss after this that is a lot more fun, but this is like the only like really actually just not fun fight in the entire game. So that's okay. Every game gets one boss fight that is not that fun. Every game needs the one. They get the pass, right? So
I feel like this is relevant to your interests. Scorch says if we reach 15K by the end of the day, I will add this as an official category.
Huge. Actually, chat, please. Please, thank you very much. I'm gonna donate more. I know I only missed one gym. I'm donating more after that. So it would actually be so hyped to have a leaderboard for this run, actually. As we defeat these Cocoa Pebbles and hit the expired ones, I guess, I do want to give some quick shoutouts, namely to the lead developer of this game, Joseph, and his team of people who have made this game a fantastic job on it. It is seriously probably one of the best releases this year. Go check it out, go buy it. It's relatively cheap on Steam. I believe it's only like $15 to $20. And you can get quite a lot of playtime out of it. It is really fun. Additionally, I want to give a shout out to all of the Grapple Dog speedrunners. Again, thank you for routing this game, so I can actually run it. I hate routing things, so that's my, like, kryptonite. Nice, got both batteries there. Big shout out to people like Scorch and Not Coded and Shin, or Stein, I think is how you say it. I don't know. I'm an American. I don't know how to speak other languages. I'm sorry. It is a really small community, and we're fairly tight-knit, but we are really welcoming to new people. I know Scorch is working on a movement tutorial for this game, and that can really help you get into it. I think this game is relatively simple to pick up and learn as well. So if you've ever wanted to give speedrunning a try and you want a cute game to do it, and you're a fan of 2D platformers too, come check it out. As Veer gets closer, and we finish up this fight, look guys, I gotta address the elephant in the room. I know this guy is probably entering a few of your Hear Me Out lists. I do want to remind you all, he is a demonic overlord and should not mess with. He will not spare you. So we're not gonna spare him and take him out. Goodbye, Veer, once and for all. Sayonara. And that leads us to the fight. What will be time? I'll try to count us down. We'll see. As we destroy the End Crystal here, the Alt Crystal's opposite, Dark Heart. After we destroy this, the Beyonders will still exist, and that will end our quest and end the Grapple Dogs as an organization. So, fight is semi-random and semi-based on position. So, if we stand in the right places on 3, 2.